A day in the life in Monaco. Monaco is one of the most fascinating and exclusive countries in the world, so much so that people from all around the globe dream of living in this small but dazzling principality. Despite covering only about 2 square kilometers, roughly the size of Central Park in New York, Monaco is home to nearly 40,000 people, making it one of the most densely populated places on Earth. Its capital, Monte Carlo, is one of the world's most iconic cities, instantly coming to mind whenever the country is mentioned. For visitors, no trip to Monaco is complete without experiencing Monte Carlo. Geographically, Monaco is situated on the French Riviera, surrounded by France to the north, east, and west, and by the Mediterranean Sea to the south. Thanks to Europe's excellent transportation network, residents often cross into France with ease. You can enjoy breakfast in Monte Carlo and dinner in Nice on the very same day. Culturally, the Monegasques are known for being sophisticated and cosmopolitan. First-time visitors often hear the country described as the land of luxury and exclusivity. And indeed, from prestigious events to a glamorous lifestyle, Monegasque society embraces a remarkable level of opulence. Just don't be surprised if what you find in a casino isn't quite the same as an ordinary entertainment venue elsewhere. One practical note: credit cards are widely accepted in Monaco, but carrying some cash in euros is always useful. And while the Monegasques value comfort, they are also remarkably well-educated and multilingual. Ask anyone who's been there, and you'll find that very few ever regret their time in Monaco. Safe, high in quality of life, and rich in fresh Mediterranean air. Though the cost of living can be intimidating, it's a country that leaves a lasting impression. Now, let's take a closer look at life in Monaco, exploring both the positives and the drawbacks, so you can decide for yourself whether it's a place you'd want to call home. The benefits of life in Monaco. One of the strongest aspects of Monegasque life is the tax advantage. Monaco offers an extremely favorable tax system, and residents rarely live with the fear of overwhelming taxes. If you meet the residency requirements, it's unlikely you'll pay personal income tax. People can make long-term plans with confidence, whether buying property, investing in businesses, or simply managing everyday expenses without constant worry about fiscal instability. In fact, whether you're an entrepreneur or a skilled professional, you'll never go hungry in this country. Another advantage is location. For anyone with family in the United States, Monaco is far more convenient than distant destinations like Asia or Australia. While flights to Europe require some travel time, Monaco's position makes it an excellent base for both European and international travel. Plus, as a Monaco resident, you can freely travel across Europe without the hassle of visas. Security is another reason Monaco stands out compared to countries where crime rates can be higher. Monaco is considered one of the safest places in the world. The population also plays a role in shaping life here. For those coming from crowded cities like New York, Los Angeles, or Chicago, the calmer pace of Monaco's streets can be refreshing. But fewer people means less congestion, more order, and a more peaceful lifestyle. In fact, the balance of power between employers and employees is quite different. In Monaco, it's often the employer who needs the worker, not the other way around. Salaries are competitive, and job opportunities are broad too. If you train in one profession but later decide to change fields, opportunities are available. People aren't forced to accept jobs they dislike just to survive. The Monegasque labor system also includes generous benefits. For example, many companies offer attractive packages for qualified professionals, and the government has favorable policies for high-skilled expatriates. On top of that, every full-time employee enjoys a minimum of 5 weeks of paid vacation per year. Another important point, my friends, is that in Monaco, people have strong purchasing power when it comes to basic necessities, especially gourmet and luxury products. No matter what kind of job you do, you can shop at any market you like without having to chase after the cheapest brands. And here's something that might surprise you. Even simple things like fresh produce, seafood, or premium dairy products taste different, often fresher and richer than what you may be used to. Research has actually confirmed that Mediterranean produce has exceptional nutritional value compared to many other regions. Think about it. Monaco, a country about the size of a few city blocks, manages to access the finest food from around the world. With proximity to French farms, Italian markets, and Mediterranean fishing, they have access to ingredients that taste truly exceptional. It may sound like a small detail, but when you can afford high-quality, flavorful food and actually enjoy it every day, it makes you feel genuinely satisfied. Access to good food doesn't just fill your stomach. It lifts your mood and makes daily life feel more fulfilling. Another thing that makes Monaco special is its fratern, urban anentroprenning, citrud. Residential areas aren't randomly thrown together. If you want to take a walk along the harbor, or you simply want to enjoy some fresh air by the sea, you don't need to travel far. Almost every area has access to beautiful waterfront or gardens right nearby. Unlike in many other places, people don't all crowd into one small park. In Monaco, you don't have to wait in line to enjoy a peaceful moment. And you don't get stuck in crowds just to enjoy some fresh air. Beautiful spaces are everywhere, and you can usually reach them on foot within minutes. This shows how much Monaco values quality of life. Buildings are elegantly designed, and you rarely see chaotic layouts or overly cramped spaces. The architecture of Monaco is another highlight. Not only are the buildings stunning, but they're also carefully planned, giving every corner of the principality a picture-perfect quality. Speaking of order, Monaco has one of the most efficient transportation systems in the world. No matter where you live, there are excellent public transport options, and people use buses and walking even more than you might imagine. Now, you might be wondering about the language barrier. The official language is French, of course, not English. But here's the thing. Unlike in some European countries where the local language is eventually essential, in Monaco, you can get by very well with English. Whether you're looking for work, making friends, or just living your daily life, good English is more than enough. From police officers to shop assistants, nearly everyone speaks it fluently. The challenges of Monaco life. But what about the downsides? Well, the cost of living is the big one. While the lifestyle is luxurious, everything comes at a premium. Housing is by far the biggest expense. As of 2025, rents in Monaco can range from €4,000 to over €10,000 for a modest one-bedroom apartment. Larger apartments can easily exceed €25,000 per month. Utilities like electricity and water are also costly, with families paying around €200 to €400 a month. Plus, another €100 to €200 for internet and phone services depending on your package. When you add up all the expenses, rent, utilities, groceries, transport, and the occasional meal out, a single person can easily spend more than €7,500 a month. For a family, costs can exceed €20,000 monthly. The median salary, while high, may not always cover these expenses comfortably without careful budgeting. Finding skilled tradespeople can be surprisingly difficult. Whether you need help with furniture assembly, fixing a leaky faucet, or repairing something in your apartment, it can be challenging to find a good craftsman here. In fact, many people end up watching YouTube tutorials and trying to fix things themselves, or they travel to nearby French towns for services. Transportation costs can add up quickly. While public transport exists, it's not cheap. A simple bus ride can cost €2 to €3, and taxis are significantly more expensive. Many people find walking or cycling more affordable alternatives, though Monaco's hilly terrain can make this challenging. Then there's the inutile cultural adjustment. For example, you might rent a beautiful apartment only to discover that your neighbors are hosting expensive parties regularly. The lifestyle can be quite different from what many Americans are used to. The social scene is very international and sophisticated. The question is, if you're moving here with your family, can you adapt to this environment? That's something to think about before relocating. Social integration can also be challenging. Monaco has a very tight-knit, exclusive community. Making genuine friendships can take time, especially if you're not involved in the luxury lifestyle or high-end business circles. Many residents are very wealthy, and social activities often reflect this reality. Healthcare requires mandatory insurance, which costs about 150 to 200 euros per month per person. While the healthcare system is excellent, costs can add up. The Princess Grace Hospital is world-class, but private healthcare services come at premium prices. As an American citizen, you can enter Monaco without a visa for visits of up to 90 days as long as you meet standard entry requirements. You must have a passport that is valid for at least 3 months beyond your planned departure date. Border officials may request proof of financial means during your stay. If you plan to stay longer for reasons such as work or establishing residency, you will need to apply for a residence permit. This requires demonstrating substantial financial resources, typically 500,000 to 1 million euros in liquid assets deposited in a Monaco bank. You'll also need to secure appropriate housing and meet other residency requirements. For permanent residency, you must spend at least 183 days per year in Monaco, or demonstrate that Monaco is your center of economic interests. The process is thorough but straightforward for those who meet the financial requirements. This brings us to the end of our exploration. Monaco offers an unparalleled lifestyle for those who can afford it, but it's definitely not for everyone. The tax benefits and luxury come with a significant price tag and cultural adjustments. Whether it's worth it depends entirely on your financial situation, lifestyle preferences, and long-term goals. Until next time, goodbye.